What does my relationship with my suppliers have to do with your project and making it better? Stay tuned. Hello, everybody. You can see we're in a very different location today. We're at the amazing Turquoise Palace with two of literally my favorite people. We are such, as I like to say, we're such fans of each other. We talk about everyone else about each other. I'm at one of my favorite places, and for very many reasons. So today we're just going to touch on why you want everyone on your design team to have a team mentality and how that benefits your project, how that benefits me as a designer, and maybe touch on how it benefits the suppliers to think that way as well. So in some of my previous videos, we've discussed, I do very different projects. So I have my French country one I've talked to you about. I've showed you finishes. I did a really modern one before that. And so the people I partner with, unfortunately, have to understand that I'm not going to use the same people for the same projects because I'm so passionate about being perfect for your project. That means I can't always use the same person because I don't have what other designers have, a signature style. So each of their projects has a specific style you hire them for, but for me, it's customized to each of my projects. And so what I wanted to touch on today with these lovely ladies and this fun little Rose is discussing what team looks like with designers and suppliers. I know on my behalf, one of the things I value you guys for is how much you're my cheerleader and on my side for a project. I can think of this last project where you guys have a supplier that would have been perfect for my project. And you openly said, it's not going to work out, Melissa. They're way too expensive. We think they're way too expensive. It's going to take forever to get here. And the great thing about that, it wasn't like I've experienced with other suppliers where they got a look on their face like, no, we're going to make sure this works because I'm selling this and I need to sell it. It was, you care about me as a partner and not just the products you're selling.
We don't want to see you fail, right? We're all in this together. We don't want to see you fail. And I think that that's the approach that we take with all of our designer friends.
This business is based on relationships, and it's not about a one-time sale or a one-time deal or a one-time project. We want to be the people that you go to when you think that our product or our aesthetic matches what your client is going to love, because ultimately your success is going to translate to our success. And if we set you up with a product that either takes your project over budget or shifts your timeline or your expectations for your client, that is doing not just a disservice to your client, but a disservice to you. And ultimately, you are our client.
Yeah.
Being a B2B company, our partnership is with the designer. Our relationship is with the designer. And so we have to constantly put ourselves in your shoes and see, whether the product, service, anything that we're offering you, is that going to be beneficial to you in the long run? Because if it is, even our saying no, if that sets you up for sourcing something better for your client, something quicker for your client, we know that we've got that trust with you where the next time you have the opportunity to come to Turquoise Palace, without batting an eyelid, without question, without doubt in your mind, you'll come to us because now we've established a trust relationship with you.
Right. And that's actually the case with us. I literally look for opportunities to use them. First and foremost, because they have beautiful tastes. And one thing you need to understand about where I get product from, that's not always the case. Some people just offer everything. Yes. Everything at all. And sometimes that's beneficial because I know I can go to one place to get whatever I need for what project. But when it involves unique, beautiful pieces, I need someone who has an eye. And also there are other reasons why me having a great relationship with a wonderful supplier is important, because I know your principles align with mine. So sustainability, care for people who are making your products, that you're not just looking for someone that you can pay 2 cents a day to make your stuff and you don't care that their family's starving. You want to have relationships with these people, and that's been incredibly important to me.
May I have the rainbow rose?
Yes, please.
I was also going to say, to that point, it starts over here, right? So with our manufacturers, who we work so closely with, and take your feedback, which means so much to us, to the manufacturer. And we're working with the manufacturer to sort of tweak the things that aren't working, make them better, and then so that you ultimately get the best product.
Right.
And when you say about aligning principles and us having a certain look, that is very true to what Pam and I would, love as well. We're not trying to be the jack of all trades. Right. We know we have a signature style. We have a niche clientele. We are proud of it, and we protect that ferociously. We're not ever going to be the company that has something for everyone. We have a look, we're aware of it, and we're quite happy servicing clients, designers that are working within that look for us. There's lots of suppliers out there, lots of solutions out there. We just know who we are, what we love. And Pam and I would never bring a piece of furniture into our showroom that we weren't proud to have in our own homes. We would never partner with a company that we weren't proud of because of the way they were treating, like you said, their workers, the way they were approaching business, sustainability, waste, yes. How we approach taking care of the environment, taking care of, the earth that's around us. And in our own little way, our contribution is to partner with companies that have that same alignment with us.
Absolutely.
And that's what I love about you guys. And the fact that each piece matters to you. Like, for example, with El Famo, they have a lot of different styles of furniture. You guys brought in the best of the best. You didn't decide, we're just going to bring in everything because we have this new thing we're investing in. You brought in the beautiful pieces. So for me personally, even if I can't afford to come to you for everything in the project, like with our project Christiani, we got that beautiful sideboard, and that's the stunning center of my office. Is that sideboard that's going to be storage. But I knew that I could come to you to get these single beautiful pieces that are really going to stand out in my design. And it's not going to just be a bunch of stuff that's in my design. Another thing I want to touch on that isn't necessarily all over my website is I'm also passionate about sustainability. I'm a member of the Canadian Green Building Council. I know quite a bit about sustainable design, but it's important that my partners in business, the people I really stick with for my projects in the long term, care about the environment and the sustainability. And for me, it's not just about the business side and the sustainability. It's like, for example, when you guys chose El Famo, that was not an easy decision. It took you probably quite a long time and a lot of serious digging. It wasn't just what they presented to you. You wanted to know, and we haven't even discussed this, by the way. This is live on the video. I know you guys took a lot of time. You dug really deep everywhere around them to make sure that they were really standing for what they said.
Absolutely.
And so when they decided to make this move and they brought, and I was very honored, I was one of the first people that actually got to meet the rep and talk about the furniture they were bringing in. That's right. And it made me feel very honored as a representative for the industry and whether people are going to like this stuff. And it was so rewarding to talk with him and learn that one of the things that ends up going missing in furniture design, for example, to touch on that really briefly, is no one pays designers enough. So one thing that the public may not realize about design professionals, however, wherever we are, graphic design, interior design, we need to feed our creativity. For us, it's traveling, it's going to shows, it's seeing other people's projects, it's visiting beautiful places. And for someone to lock designers away in like a closet and ask them to design beautiful things, it doesn't work that way. Mm-hmm. Making gorgeous pieces with beautiful details means going to Maison et Objet, which is a huge, huge show in France that happens every year. It's not an inexpensive thing to go to. I mean, first you're going to France, so obviously that's not an inexpensive trip. But they invest in these shows and it shows up in their pieces. And the other pieces we got, like the sideboard we got, that company does beautiful work.
That's Salamat Designs.
So
Yes, so we carry two lines, Salamat Designs and Alfemo. And we fell in love with Salamat, 5 years ago, because of their beautiful California, coastal, eco-friendly, bohemian, chic vibe.
Right.
All of that rolled into, and we thought their pieces were so curated and beautiful. And when we were sort of deciding on whether to, we didn't see anything else like that in Canada. And we thought, this is where there's the opportunity to bring it to the Canadian market, which we know very well, and we know what our designers are looking for. And, there was a real need for it, and it's done exceptionally well here. And then the other line, Alfemo, I'll let you go ahead, Tanya, and talk about Alfemo.
So, like Melissa said, Alfemo was it was a serious passion project for us. We were looking for a European line to bring into Canada. We were seeing a lot of beautiful pieces, coming out of Europe, and we were trying to find a line that had distinguished itself in a few ways. Alfemo did that not only by incorporating, a European sensibility with old world craftsmanship, but also making the product very friendly to sort of, the Western way of living, where, they have a whole apartment line because people are living in smaller and smaller spaces. Everything they designed is kept with families, pets, really rugged living in mind.
It's a refined look with very practical sensibilities.
Exactly. Yeah. That's a great way of putting it. And what attracted us to the line was, once again, going back to the basics of how they treat their workers. There's a running joke in Izmir, where the factory is located, is that once someone enters the Alfemo factory, they love it so much that they only come out of it at retirement, that people spend their lifetimes there. There's generations of workers that are working there because they encourage their workers to have, good work-life balance. They encourage education, especially the design team. They sent them out into the world, different corners of the world, so that they feel inspired to come back and take global aesthetics and convert them into furniture that Alfemo can be proud of. It is a family-run company. And so part of sort of the Turquoise Palace mantra has always been that, we will bring in products that we can feel proud of. We will always have partnerships that we can be proud of. And, in partnering with both Salamat and Alfemo, I think Pam and I have stayed very true to what, she and I hold dear.
And so this is how great suppliers benefit my projects. I don't have to worry about pieces that come from them. For example, that beautiful sideboard I just talked about, it came in wrong. Yeah. And my client, who is a very sweet woman, was trying to excuse keeping it. And I turned to her and I said, this is unacceptable. They're going to replace it. And I said, don't worry. And the great part of this is knowing without a shadow of a doubt that they were going to take care of it. I knew there wasn't going to be problems. I knew I wasn't going to have to fight them. They weren't going to come and justify what happened. They weren't going to excuse it. They weren't going to find a way for me to have to keep it. Oh, you had it here for a week. You got to keep it now. You're not going to find reasons, no matter who did it or how it happened. I knew you were going to say, don't worry, we're going to take it away. We're going to give you a nice one. And that's what happened. I didn't have to do anything. You guys coordinated to get it picked up and a new one dropped off. And that's the beauty of a great relationship with my suppliers. That's why when you say, I saw something at this corner store downtown, I'm a little hesitant to use them because I don't have this great relationship. When a furniture piece comes in wrong, they might be just as great, but I don't really know that. I don't know the principles behind it. For example, I don't know that this isn't made in a sweatshop in China. With them, even the cushions you guys make, you sit down with the artisans and you design it together. They know families that make these embroidered cushions for them and the beautiful decorated cushions. And that's very unique in this industry for someone to care that much. And so in this video, I wanted to show you guys what a great supplier and someone who runs a great company looks like. It's It's like these two ladies. And I think to close out, I just want to get your point of view on why you think it's beneficial for your business to work with designers that think about it as a team versus a designer that just sees you as a place to get items.
Oh, wow. Where do we start with that, Tanya?
Well, we are a B2B company. So we only work with trade professionals. So that's either designers, decorators, stagers, architects, and of course, retail stores. So right away, we are dealing with professionals.
Yes.
Designers
and I
are
think,
the
sorry, I
one.
was just going to say, and I think there's a profound respect for what
Yes.
you do,
Yes.
you know, what you tackle every day.
Yeah.
Is
And designers, we feel, are sort of that beautiful balance and bridge between practicality and recognizing what a family or a home need, versus something that's really beautiful and inspiring and something that you look at every day and are in awe of. Oh, I love that piece in my house.
Right.
So you have to find that fine balance, and you have
Yes.
to walk that line.
And you're also working with budgets.
Yes.
You know,
Right.
you need to know your numbers well. You need to be able to crunch those numbers and work with your client to understand that
Yeah.
if this is your budget, this is what we're going to work with. And I can totally curate a complete end-to-end design solution for you within this budget.
Yeah. And, it's a very conscious decision on our part to stay a B2B company, to work with designers. So we're very honored and humbled and happy that we are one of those companies where designers can close their eyes and go and have a conversation. And, because we know our lines well, we have, well over 200,000 products between the lines that we carry. We know our product well enough to say, okay, give me an idea of what you're looking for, and then I will scour our lines and give you a few options that you can pick from. And they'll, of course, be within your budget, within your dimensions, within your specs, within all of those things. And that is a small way in which we add value to designers who often are truly doing everything on their own. A lot of designers are a one-man shop. They
Yeah.
do everything in their business.
End to end.
It's hard enough.
Yeah.
So if we can sort of take away a little bit of that, where you don't have to worry so much about finding that perfect piece of furniture from Turquoise Palace, because we've done the hard part of, shortlisting, scoping for you, we're more than happy to do that. It's a privilege.
That's amazing. So thank you so much, everyone. I'm going to try to make this, we could talk to you for hours about what we love about each other and what we love about this business. Thank you so much for joining us here. I also wanted to highlight the principles that Sanura Design follows. Yes. So I'm very passionate about supporting smaller businesses. That's one of the biggest things about this relationship is these two ladies own this company. They have kids, they have families to support, they have mortgages to pay. And it's a beautiful relationship to know that I'm supporting families, to know that, and in a world of Black Lives Matter and people of color, to know I want to show you guys not someone I found that's a person of color, but the people I already work with. It's important to me because you guys have such a different point of view. I've never lived in India. I've never met the artisans. Honestly, I'm still gobsmacked at the experience of meeting the people who make these beautiful pieces and knowing them and knowing the incredible amount of skill, the families who pass this through generations that we've discussed. This stuff is very important to me. And I feel like there's a spirit in the pieces you get. And when there's this kind of respect that goes down from the artisans supporting families supporting other families, you feel it in the pieces you get. And there's more care and there's more attention to detail. They care way more about it being perfect. They're more upset when things come in wrong because it represents them and what they do. And I bet it's not just Turquoise Palace who was said about the sideboard. The company was upset that I even got something like that. And that's the important part for me. So as I say in the other videos, if you guys have any other ideas for topics you'd love to see in future videos, if you're a partner of mine in the industry, I'm creating a list of people that I'm going to cover because I love them to pieces. And so thank you very much. And everybody have a great day.
Thank you.